Assalamu alaikum everybody. Our lesson today is talking about how to measure the angles using the unit angle. As I said in the previous video, the unit angle, which is so small, like which is shown here, like this one, which measures 1 degree. As I said, only the small circle above one here is called as a degree. So the measure of that small angle is 1 degree. What about that angle, guys? That angle measures 30 degrees. That means we can draw 30 unit angles inside that angle. So the measure of this angle is 30 degrees. So in our lesson today, we are gonna use this angle, which is 30 degrees, to measure the other angles. So firstly, I want you to get a scissor and cut an angle exactly like this one, which is drawn on the textbook on page number 784. You will find an angle like that one exactly. So get a scissor and try to cut. Get a scissor on a paper and try to cut an angle exactly like this one, because I'm going to use this angle to measure the other angles. So if I say use angles, to measure each angle shown here, like the first one, like this one. How to measure this angle? As I said, use the angle 30, because we know that this angle is angle 30, so we are going to use angle 30 to measure this angle. So we can put one angle 30 here, and we can put more angle 30 inside this angle. That means we put two angles 30 degrees inside this angle. So the measure of this angle will be 30 plus 30, which is going to be 60 degrees. One more question. Like this angle, how to measure the how many degrees for this angle, or how to measure the size of this angle, also by using an angle 30 degrees. How to do this one now? Just try to put the angle that you cut, put it inside this angle, and see you will put it how many times. So let's put it the first time here, one time, then two times, then three times. Here I put the angle 33 times inside that angle, which is 30 plus 30 plus 30 will be 90 degrees. And as I said to you before, any angle makes, or any angle forms a square corner is going to be a right angle. And as I said in the previous video, that the right angle measures 90 degrees. So 30 plus 30 plus 30 equals 90 degrees. What about the straight angle, guys? How to measure the straight angle? As I said, you're also using the angle 30. Let's put angle 30 one time here, then another angle 30, another angle 30, another angle 30, another angle 30, another angle 30 that you cut them before. Here I put how many angles? 30 degrees. I put 6 angles 30 degrees. That means 180 degrees. Just add 30 plus 30 plus 30 plus 36 times will be 180 degrees. So as I said to you in this lesson, I'm gonna use an angle 30 to measure the other angles. How to use an angle 30? As I said to you before, just use a scissor to cut this angle, to cut an angle exactly like that, like this angle, which is 30 degrees, like an angle drawn on page 784 in the textbook. Okay. Let's take one more example, or let's solve the questions in the book. For question number one, he said how many 30 degrees, yes, angles are in 180 degrees angle. If there is an angle 180 degrees, you can put how many angles 30 degrees. That's the meaning of the question. What will I do now? Let's use also angle 30 that you cut it in that you cut it before, to see how many angles 30 degrees you can put in this angle. Firstly, 130 degrees, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I put here how many angles 30 degrees on the angle which measures 180 degrees. I put 6 angles 30 degrees, so the answer will be 6 angles. That's the first way. Or we can divide 180, the angle 180, by 30, and also I'll get 6 angles. Question 2. How many 15 degrees angles are in a 180 degrees angle? Use your answer to exercise number 1 to explain. Firstly, I want you to look at question number 1. How many angles 30 degrees in the angle 180 degrees? As I said, there are 6 angles here. Okay, so I want you to know that there are two angles 15 degrees in 30 degrees. Yes, So I want you to know that firstly, there are two angles 15 degrees in the angle 30 degrees. Yes or no? Because 30 divided by 2 will be 15, 15. Yes or no? Yes. So there are two angles 15 degrees in the angle 30 degrees. Okay? Also, I want you to know that in question number 1, there are 6 angles 30 degrees in the angle 180 degrees. And as I said, there are two angles 15 in the angle 30. Okay, and in question number 1, there were 6 angles 30 degrees and 180 degrees. So here what will I do? Just multiply 2 by 6 to be 12. That means there are 12 angles 15 degrees in the angle 180 degrees. Okay, question number 3 and 4, he said for question 3 and 4, use angles you know to find the measure of each angle. Explain how the angles in the square can help. Firstly, guys, as I said to you before, that the right angle forms a square corner. And the shown angle here, of course, is a square corner. And the required angle is half of that square corner. And as I said to you before, that the square corner is what? Is right angle, which measures how many degrees? Which measures 90 degrees. And this angle, the drawn angle here, is half of the square corner or half of the right angle, which measures 90 degrees. So the measure of the required angle here, which is that one, is half 90, which is gonna be 45 degrees exactly. How can you get it? How can you get this one easily? Just divide 90 by 2 to give you 45 degrees. So the measure of the shown angle here for question number 3 will be 45 degrees. Question number 4. Yes, this one is a big angle. Of course, this one is obtuse angle, which is open more than the right. So of course it must be more than 90 degrees. So this one, this angle, the big angle here, which is the obtuse angle, forms what? Forms a square corner and half of a square corner. So the square corner, which is 90 degrees, which is the right angle, measures how many degrees? Measures 90 degrees. So 90 plus half of the other square will be 45. So 90 plus 45 will be 135 degrees. So the measure of that angle will be 135 degrees. Okay? Let's go to the other questions. From question 5 to 13, I'm going to use which angle to measure those angles? I'm going to use the angle 30 degrees to measure those. So from where I can get the angle 30 degrees, as I said to you before, just cut an angle which is exactly like the angle drawn on page 784, I think. Yes, so use the angle that you cut before to measure those angles. I want to see that I can put how many angles 30 degrees inside each angle here. Okay, so question 5, this one, guys, I can estimate. Do you know that I can estimate that this angle may be 60 degrees? Of course, yes, because 30 degrees is smaller than that one. So this one is double 30, will be 60 degrees. Or let's use the angle that you cut before. Let's put the first angle. I put 30 degrees one time here, and I put it more times. That means I put 30 degrees 2 times here. So the measure of this angle will be 30 plus 30, which is going to be 60 degrees. Exactly. Question 6. Do you know that question 6 I can get it easily without using the angle 30 degrees to measure this one? This angle is a square corner, forms a square corner. If it has a small square like that one, directly say this one is right angle. And I know that the measure of the right angle is 90 degrees. So what is the measure of this angle? Yes, it's 90 degrees because this angle is a right angle. So let's use the angle 30 to make sure. Let's put angle 30. I want to see, I can put here angle 30 how many times? Look, so firstly, let's put it one time here, another time, another time. I put angle 30 here. 3 times means 30 plus 30 plus 30 equals 90 degrees, as I said to you before. So let's memorize that, please, guys. The right angle measures how many degrees? Exactly 90 degrees. Question 7. Exactly, I knew that before. This one is 30 degrees. It's exactly only one angle 30 degrees. So, of course, it's going to be 30 degrees. Okay, the other angle, question 8. Of course, this angle is obtuse angle, guys, because this one is open more than 90 degrees. So this angle is what? Of course, it's obtuse angle. So it must be more than 90, of course. So let's use the angle 30 that we cut it before to measure this angle. I want to see, I can put here angle 30 how many times inside this angle. Let's put it one time, another time, another time, another time. I put it here how many times, guys? I put it here 4 times, which is 30 plus 30 plus 30 plus 30, which is going to be 120 degrees, or you can multiply only 4 by 30, which is going to be also 120 degrees. Question 9. Of course, guys, if you used the same way, if you used angle 30, this angle is going to be 150 degrees. And question 10, because this one forms a square corner and this one is right angle, and I know that the measure of the right angle is 90 degrees. So the answer of question number 10 will be 90 degrees exactly. Also, question 11 has a square corner or forms a square corner, so it's exactly right angle, which measures also 90 degrees without using the angle 30. Question 12, as I solved in question number 1 for the straight angle, he said to me that the straight angle is 180 degrees, or you can put 30 degree, the angle 30 degrees only 6 times here. Just multiply 6 by 30 will be 180, or only I want you to know that the straight angle directly measures 180 degrees, so the measure of that angle will be 180 degrees. Question 13, this one is also an angle 30, but it looks, yes, it looks to the right, to the left, excuse me, so it's also 30 degrees. That's it. Thank you, guys.